and gentlemen, welcome back to another broadcast of The Weekly with me, Neff. Please subscribe to the channel if you haven't and share this video with a couple of friends. Helps out a lot, and I appreciate your subscription. Star Wars announces new Boba Fett story that will deliver what the Disney Plus series didn't. So this is interesting. Not going to be live action, but there's going to be a comic book, so some artwork to go along, hopefully, with a more compelling Boba Fett story. So let's read more into that. Fans are itching to see more of the newly announced Boba Fett story, as it may finally give them what they wanted from a controversial Disney Plus series. Boba Fett was the last focus of the oft-maligned Book of Boba Fett streaming show, a series that, outside of 2 specific episodes, has been widely heralded as one of the worst within the franchise. This came after the Mandalorian spinoff had been branded as a Star Wars crime saga that would outpace fans' expectations. The wait for this epic Boba Fett story might finally come to fruition. Star Wars officially announced a new comic book focusing on Temuera Morrison's armor-clad bounty hunter outside of the events of the mainline movies. And that's the cover there. Pretty cool. The new comic, Star Wars Boba Fett Black, White, and Red, will follow the iconic Star Wars characters in 4 intense one-off stories from across the canon. The first of the 4-issue run by renowned comic writer Benjamin Percy and artist Chris Allen arrives in stores on September 17th, 2025. It marks the 3rd in Marvel Comics' Black, White, and Red line, following in the footsteps of Darth Vader and Maul. So that's pretty awesome history there. The anthology-based series is known for its moody, Brody Black, and White and Red art, telling one-off Star Wars stories geared toward more mature comic book audiences. I think that sounds good. The first of Star Wars Boba Fett Black, White, and Red's 4-issue run will debut with a story dubbed The Impossible Job. The new Boba Fett-centric story follows the character as he is trapped between the Empire and an extremist rebel faction, both trying to hunt the bounty hunter down. For fans who have been ravenous for seeing Boba Fett at the peak of his powers, getting into all sorts of bloody badass fun across the cosmos, this may finally be the perfect thing to satiate that hunger. While relatively niche, Marvel and Disney's Star Wars Black, White, and Red line has given readers darker takes on the Star Wars universe, most prominently represented in the line's signature black and white art. Since Boba Fett's debut in the original trilogy, Lovers of the Mysterious Mandalorian, to see the character be the focus of his kick-ass Star Wars story, while Book of Boba Fett almost surely did not provide that for large swaths of the Star Wars fan base, this could provide a legitimate option for those Boba Fett diehards. Sadly, this comic story will be a series of anthology stories scattered across the iconic bounty hunter's life. If this comic sells well enough, maybe the character could get the TV series he deserves, finally giving fans what they have wanted since 1978. And a side note for a little history lesson here, there was once one point an R-rated Boba Fett movie in the works at Lucasfilm. And it doesn't look like Disney's going to be going back in that direction ever again, especially with Boba Fett not actually working out as they intended. But that is all on Disney. Don't really know how they screwed up Boba Fett, one of the most beloved and mysterious villains in Star Wars, the original trilogy. Very interesting there. Ladies and gents, what do you think about this news of this comic? Like I said, I'm going to put it up on the screen one more time. Very cool artwork. Obviously, you see the dark blacks, the whites, the contrast, and the red in the background. Very cool image here. This does come out in September, so keep your eyes out on that. This is going to be very interesting, and I can't wait to see the reviews on it. Let me know what you think about this down in the comments. Let me know if this is something you might be interested in. Also, let me know what you thought about the Book of Boba Fett. I want to hear some thoughts from you guys out there. Like this video, subscribe to the channel if you haven't. Share this video with a couple of friends and colleagues, and ring the bell for notifications. Be safe. It's Neff signing off.